SEO is so dynamic and evolving so fast that you need to know what works and what doesn't by updating your knowledge of best practices. Break away from some bad SEO habits that are not only outdated but have lost their effectiveness, and practice more current and trendy SEO tactics while taking into account the basic realities that help you realize your business goals. Watch this video to the end so you don't miss out on a lot of useful information. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Let's not waste time and get started.
Did you know Google dominates the search engine market, maintaining 87.35% market share as of January 2020?
As we probably know, we are entering the next decade with the opportunity to say goodbye to terrible SEO biases that are bad for your site. They worked for us in the past, but now they have the opportunity to grow because we probably know that the world has changed and they always no longer work. Search engines optimization involves a long and gradual game. So terrible SEO methods can damage your site's visibility and positioning in Google. Although link building is an SEO tactic, you must follow some marketing techniques to be successful. Approach link building with the same dedication that you apply to marketing, because only when you can build an impressive backlink profile can you taste the fruits of marketing success. The message you send when requesting a link should be well thought out with a clear understanding of who it is intended for. It involves identifying and researching the audience so that the message can touch the right chords. Using message templates or sending generic messages doesn't work. Understanding the person behind the website you are targeting should help identify their interests and create an appropriate message that will elicit the right response.
Link building can be a tedious task that requires time and resources. It is for this reason that small businesses tend to settle for poor quality links that often have little to do with real business. Not only should links be of excellent quality, but they should be appropriate for the type of business you are doing. Using the wrong links can only lead to penalties, so be especially careful when using them.
Filling pages with content, even if it meant using similar content on multiple pages, was a tactic that worked for a time, but no more. The purpose of using similar content was to facilitate keyword targeting, but it's a bad strategy. Organizations with multiple cities often use the same content for different cities, changing just the city name, but it does enough damage to SEO. A thoughtless use of content leads to poor quality pages that are detrimental to the entire website. Substance has to be 100% great. If your substance is not one of a kind, then it is useless for SEO.
The fundamental explanation is that when you view an item through a web scanner, it retains a similar substance covered in its list items to provide clear results to customers and what they are looking for. Many people have tried to reproduce a great substance from rumored sites to attract traffic to their site, but that trick no longer works.
In case you want to post new scholarly publications on your site and distribute content compiled by others, given that it's okay, but in case they don't comply with Google's guidelines, it's best not to distribute anything at this stage. Continuous distribution of new content is good for SEO practices, but it's additionally important to maintain harmony between the content and its quality. Before allowing visitor posts, remember a few principles. The substance must be exceptional. You must fully demand the substance. A visitor post must have significant hyperlinks. Substance must have proper length, no spelling or punctuation errors.
Did you know zero-click searches now account for 49% of all searches, and regular search clicks outnumber paid clicks almost 12 to 1?
Links are vital because they help raise rankings, but they are only one of the several factors that search algorithms consider when ranking. it would be a mistake to over-rely on links to boost rankings. Links are like votes, indicating that the public approves of a website about its good quality and ability to convey valuable information.
Organic link harvesting is one of the best practices, and there's nothing wrong with requesting links following white-hat SEO principles. But it is advisable to stay away from aggressive link building techniques that carry the traits of black SEO, such as getting links through link schemes, buying links, or using some spam tactics.
Effective content needs to be fluid and readable to ensure optimal user interaction. Google knows this too, which is why it penalizes those who try to squeeze too many keywords into a piece of content. Keyword stuffing is what it sounds like, adding a ton of keywords to a piece of content in the interest of increasing page views and boosting Google's rankings. Increasing SEO on a website depends a lot on keyword placement and weight. When you have the right keyword density, many people recommend a maximum of 3 keywords for a short snippet of content. But there are no hard and fast rules. Your content will be more organic and readable, thus offering more value to the user. In any case, when someone uses a minor catchphrase or catchphrase padding, it can cause a terrible customer experience and belittle the nature of your assets.
If your keywords aren't related to your actual business, you're likely to get a higher bounce rate, and that can have nasty consequences when it comes to your SEO rankings. You are looking to gain credibility, so anything you can do to truly attract and retain customers should be rewarded with a higher ranking.
Catchphrase stuffing is basically rehashing the same slogans over and over. If you think this is valuable for content, it can be a pretty terrible SEO practice. Rather, stuff wing phrases, focus on keywords where they usually fit, and it will be decent SEO. People tend to find it extremely difficult to resist more than one use of vocabulary in its entirety because that winged phrase is part of the theme. Content is the lifeblood of SEO and central to all your optimization efforts. You can't think of SEO without content, and optimization helps sites become more visible. Better optimization, higher visibility. But you have to be careful about what content to use because the biggest danger is using content just for the sake of SEO.
You can create all the content you want, but if it's not valuable, you shouldn't publish it. Inconsistent content creation can also hurt you. While the emphasis on quality is important, frequent posting can also help you a lot. You need to create enough content so that people understand that you fully understand the subject matter. Creating good content invariably positions you as an authority on the subject. If you provide value to people reading your posts and demonstrate authority, you can gain the trust of consumers. Once you gain it, you should continue to produce relevant material.
Getting the basics right helps you achieve big goals with ease. But we often take it for granted that we tend to overlook simple tasks. Although we know that header tags are important because they give a glimpse into the content, the debate about header tags affecting rankings continues. The power of headline tags lies in their ability to turn a visitor into a buyer, which greatly increases a company's value.
Give proper importance to headline tags by making them attractive and even inserting keywords into them. Likewise, it would be helpful if you optimized your header tags, because it's normal that search engines usually crawl the page after clicking on a link in a search engine listing.
The moment people read your content, they additionally prefer to leave comments in the notes segment. And spammers like to put connections, hidden and redundant comments in these regions, trying to attract traffic to their recipients. Such comments can be seen by search engine robots as irrelevant content, and links can also hurt your rankings. There are many free or built-in tools for managing spam on blogs.
Did you know Google performs 167 billion searches worldwide every month?
Even the best websites have some technical issues that negatively impact performance and lower rankings. With slow page loads in inappropriate redirects or not using a redirect at all, duplicate content, mobile errors, and many other technical issues can derail your optimization efforts. Failure to fix these errors will make them pile up. Google penalizes websites for technical errors because it indicates that they will not benefit users. Thus, the more mistakes you make on your site, the more you will lose in search rankings.
As you regularly create content, technical errors will accumulate. If you create title tags, meta description, alt tags, or other basic web page elements incorrectly, you'll run into a ton of problems. In addition, when you cancel posts and redirect blogs during content optimization, the likelihood of technical errors increases dramatically.
While fixing technical errors is not one of the most appealing parts of SEO, it can provide some of the fastest results. The worst thing that can happen is to miss opportunities that can help put on a good show and impress the search engines with increased rankings. But the truth is that we often forget the little things that can make a big difference in SEO. Many missed opportunities can happen because of a lack of image optimization, especially for image search. Be careful with the image file name and its alt attribute when adding an image to website content. Using a descriptive image name instead of a common name is one of the best ways to optimize. Likewise, the alt attribute should correlate with the image description, and when using keywords in it, it would overflow. Not following prevailing SEO best practices means that you are not only depriving yourself of good results, but you are putting your campaign on the brink of disaster. There are many SEO tactics to avoid, and we've listed just a few of them. It's important that digital experts in all areas adhere to these rules and act accordingly, not only to avoid penalties, but also because they want to remain clear and transparent in their long-term business behavior. Thanks for watching this video. Check out the channel for new videos.